If you're looking for business of design, you're in the right place. Kimberly is off traveling and has asked me to fill in for an episode. Easy, right? My name is Cheryl Horne, and I'm the Director of Operations for Business of Design. I've worked with Kimberly for over 10 years, and I started with her in 2007 when Business of Design was a 3-day live intensive seminar series that Kimberly was traveling across Canada and the US with. And when we started getting inquiries from designers around the world that we just couldn't get the live seminar series to, we moved online in 2010 and the Business of Design membership was born. Since then, we've got members around the world, and it's really great that we're building that community. Most recently, last year, we launched the Business of Design podcast, and when we took that next step, we had a very strict mandate in mind. Kimberly wanted to ensure that every single episode had very actionable business advice for you, but the membership is still the core, the foundation of what we teach here at Business of Design. It's like going to the gym for your business. And the podcast was never intended to be the gym. It was meant to be the motivation to get you to the gym, but it's certainly allowing us to reach a much larger audience of designers. And it's a large part of what I do here at Business of Design to answer those questions for those who are brand new to Business of Design, those who have been listening in for, since the beginning or following Business of Design even before that, and they're ready to take that next step with their business to, jump into membership. So I want to sort of give you guys the inside scoop about what Business of Design membership is all about. But talking for 40 minutes on a podcast is not as easy as Kimberly makes it seem when she does her solo episode. So I have called for backup, and throughout this episode, you're going to hear from some of our members. Some of them have been with us for years. Others have just joined in the last couple months. They're implementing what they've learned and they're already seeing results. So throughout this episode, you're going to be hearing their stories because they can share them with you so much better than I can. So stick with me, and don't worry, Kimberly will be back next week.
Welcome to the Business of Design podcast with Kimberly Selden. Business of Design is the coaching community for independent designers like you. We know it takes more than hard work and talent to successfully run a professional design firm. There are proven business strategies that can solve your immediate business challenges and transform your life. Don't try to do this alone. Join today and you'll have access to more than 100 video courses plus Kimberly Selden as your mentor and guide. Unlike traditional coaching, which can take years to produce tangible results, BOD is a fast track to immediate results for independent interior designers, decorators, architects, stagers, and landscapers just like you. Monthly membership is only $67.50. Annual members save 2 months and have access to Kimberly's contracts. What are you waiting for? We all know design matters. At Business of Design, we think designers matter too.
Before we jump into this episode, I just want to let you guys know about a couple of events that are coming up. Our Palm Springs retreat in October is sold out, but we're starting a wait list. Life happens, so in case a spot opens up, please let us know if you'd still like to attend. You can email me, Cheryl@businessofdesign.com, if you want to get on that wait list. Coming up this month, on June 13th, is our next group coaching webinar. It's available to monthly and annual members of Business of Design. And this is your chance to get those pressing questions in front of Kimberly. So if you're not able to attend, please make sure to register and email us your questions in advance. We do our best to make sure that all of the questions that are submitted do get answered live on the webinar. And as long as you're registered, 24 hours after the live event, you'll receive an email with a copy of the recording so that you can still benefit from that group coaching session even if you're not able to attend. And then on June 14th, if you want to hang out with Kimberly in the Business of Design community, you can hang out at Fuego in New York. Again, that's on June 14th. It is a free event, but we're asking you to register in advance. So please head over to businessofdesign.com and let us know if you're able to attend. I want to start this episode by welcoming so many new designers to Business of Design. We've recently had new members join from Iceland and Malaysia. Our membership in Australia is growing, and 4 of those members will actually be joining us at the Palm Springs retreat, which is really exciting for us. One of the things I love most about my role at Business of Design is that I'm usually the first point of contact when a designer finds out about Business of Design and has questions. Whether through email or by phone, I am in touch with new members every day. And my first question is always, how did you hear about us? Sound familiar? The podcast is certainly one of the biggest ways we are able to reach new designers, but even more so, designers are finding out about us through other members. We are so lucky that our Business of Design community are such advocates for what we do and teach here at Business of Design. So when I was asked to do this episode, I reached out to some of our members for help. Not only because doing this podcast is outside of my comfort zone, but because I am not a practicing designer. I can answer any question about Business of Design's 15-step project management strategy and probably tell you exactly what Kimberly would say or do. I know these systems inside and out. I've been with Business of Design for 10 years. But I can't tell you firsthand the experience of what learning these systems and implementing them into my business is like. I can't tell you what it's like doing a job you love for years and struggling to make a living at it. But lucky for you, I know a lot of designers who can. And when I reached out to these members, I not only asked them to candidly share their stories and experience with our listeners, but I also asked them to call in and tell Kimberly. I can pass on written testimonials that I receive all the time, but I have so many amazing conversations with designers whose businesses and lives have been transformed by Kimberly and Business of Design that she doesn't get to listen in on. So I thought I would take this opportunity to share them with her and all of you.
Hi, Kimberly. This is Manaz calling from Natari Design here in Toronto. Kimberly, I just wanted to let you know how much Business of Design has meant to me. I think I've told this to you before, you literally talked me off the ledge with your Business of Design courses and your coaching. I was ready to walk away from doing something that I truly love to do. I love my work, and I had, unfortunately, like a lot of people, become very frustrated with certain things about my work to the point where I was ready to give up on my dreams. And you came into my life at the perfect time because hearing your experience and hearing, the experience of other members of Business of Design, I realized that A, I wasn't alone, and B, the things that were bothering me about my career were all things that were controllable. There were things that I could change, and I just wasn't doing it. I wasn't seeing the light when I was down in the weeds, and you helped me with that. So I really, really, really appreciate it. You made me realize, even though I have a business background, you made me realize that I really was not looking at my business as a business. I was not applying the 80-20 ratio, 80% business, 20% creative. And again, I think it's hard to do when you're a solo entrepreneur and you're dealing with the day-to-day problems and you're, way down in the weeds. You miss sometimes the big picture. So you helped me with that, and I really appreciate it. And, I tell everybody that you're my new BFF, and I'm not lying because honestly, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the support of yourself and others in the community. So thank you. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to being part of the Business of Design community for the long term. Thanks so much. Bye.
Hey, this is Joanne Dosick from J. Dosick Designs in Manhattan Beach, California. I just need to let you know how much Kimberly and the Business of Design team has changed the course of my business. Joining Business of Design, listening to the podcasts, learning the courses has changed the trajectory of my growing design firm. My only negative is that I didn't find Business of Design sooner. But I want to thank you so much for your valuable information, for empowering myself, and thank you for giving me a whole new way of approaching the actual business of design. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you, Maynaz and Joanne. This next member found Business of Design at this year's High Point Market. He came to the point and heard Kimberly speak and listened to several episodes of the podcast on his drive home. So later that week, he reached out to us on Facebook Messenger. And the morning he sent the messages, my phone just kept going off every time he sent a message. I think there was probably about 15 of them. And his story was just so amazing to hear the feedback that he was already giving after only finding out about Business of Design a few days prior that I think it took me about 15 minutes to make my coffee that morning, because every time my phone buzzed, I couldn't not stop what I was doing to go read them. So I reached out to him and asked him to share that story with you as well.
Hello, Business of Design community. My name is Jerome Lynette. I am the owner and principal of Formal Traditional, a commercial and residential interior design firm in Virginia. I've been in the industry about 16 years, and I learned about Business of Design at High Point Market this past market. I ran into them as they were having a roundtable discussion, and at first I was skeptical. Double your fees. Well, if doubling is good, isn't quadrupling better? But I put my skepticism aside and I listened to several of the podcasts on the way home, and I was gobsmacked. I raced home, and my wife and I decided there was no way we weren't joining at least for 1 month so we could have access to everything and see what it was. And it's not magic. It's simply best practices. It's the kind of stuff that you learn over 20 years of having done it and made every single costly mistake. And, I'd really like to save myself the next 4 years of costly mistakes. I've had plenty of them in the past. And they say on their marketing material that this is the fast track. Well, I'm going to say it's not the fast track. It was immediate. Just absolutely immediate results. The very first call, the first day. I mean, we did this in the evening. We got up the next morning, and out of nowhere, we received a call. And there you go. Instead of running out and giving this lady a free consultation and trying to convince her that we're the ones she should use, or withholding information because we're trying to screen her and just wasting my time and hers, we said it's a $500 fee, and there you go. How would you like to pay? It could not have been easier. I know people look at it and they say, I need every client. I can't risk losing one. Okay, well, this is how you keep those clients and you give them confidence. And for people who say, well, I'm doing okay, maybe you are doing okay, but you could be doing better. It's simple. Every designer I've spoken with, every contractor I've spoken with, every stager I've spoken with, since that time, I realized they all need this. We could all be doing better. And if we all start doing things this way, our entire industry will do better. We will all make more money. We are not each other's competition. We're all in it together.
Thank you, Yaron. I'm so glad that you found us. Earlier this year, we started a Business of Design Facebook group to provide our community with a platform to network and communicate with one another, share experiences, ask questions, get advice, and our members have been so actively sharing their learnings and helping those who are new to the community. But when you join that group, we do ask a couple of questions, and we ask if you're a premium member of Business of Design, and if not, why. And recently, with so many new designers finding us through the podcast, I'm getting the response that they don't know that we even offer a membership or what that is. So while I do want to take this opportunity to let you know what it is we do here at Business of Design, Kimberly would be the first to say, what are your talking points? What are the takeaways? What are the listeners actually going to learn, even those that are already members? It's got to be actionable. I said earlier that Business of Design membership is like going to the gym for your business, and the podcast is motivation to get you there. So keeping with that analogy, I came up with 5 tips to work your membership to really see results. And these are based on dozens, probably hundreds of conversations I've had with our members, both after they join and potential members that are looking to join and just wondering what it's all about. So because paying for the gym is not the same as going there, we want to make sure that once you do get in there and you have access to the learnings that we offer, that you're really getting in there learning the procedures and then turning around and really implementing them into your business. So I'll keep it brief, but for those of you who don't know, Business of Design membership is a series of online courses. They're broken down into very specific topics. There is an individual course for each one of the 15 steps that make up the project management strategy. There's individual courses for logging your hours, invoicing clients for your hours and collecting those hours. There's also individual courses for how to charge for your hourly fees, for your project management fees, for sharing discounts. There's courses to identify your ideal client and your ideal project. We have over 130 courses now on there, and we are continually adding to them. And as you work your way through the courses, you can actually ask Kimberly questions. Below each video, there's a course forum, a little Q&A panel, where if you need clarification on something that was said within the course, or if you have a project-specific question that relates to that topic, you can ask there, and within 48 hours, you're going to get a personal reply from Kimberly. It's our way of offering coaching to our membership. And if you've got a question that's a little more in-depth and hard to explain in that format, we also offer a monthly group coaching webinar for our premium members. So there you can join us live. It's usually on a Wednesday, and it's usually 1 to 2 in the afternoon EST. And for those who aren't in the right time zone, or if you have a client meeting and you're not able to join, we ask you to register anyway. You can always email us your questions in advance, and we do our best to make sure we get through all of the questions submitted live on the webinar. And as long as you're registered 48 hours after the webinar, you are going to receive an email copy of the recording. So you can still benefit from those sessions if you're not able to attend. But for those who are live on the call, we do open up the mic to you, and you can have that conversation with Kimberly to really get those specific questions answered. And for those who are annual members, we also offer Kimberly's contracts. So there are 2 courses on the site, one for her hourly fee contract and one for her flat fee contract. These courses walk you through word for word Kimberly's contract, why each paragraph is there and what it means, how she explains them to her clients, and there is a downloadable version of each of the contracts on there that you are welcome to use. These are Kimberly's working contracts that she uses on each and every project that she does. So that's just a little bit about what we do here at Business of Design, and now I want to move on and tell you how to make the most out of your membership. Paying for the gym is not the same as going there, and that's the same with the membership. It's not enough to just join or listen to the podcast. You really have to get in there, do the work, and turn around and use that for your business to really see the results. So that's what I want to talk about today. So my first tip for working your membership is to set realistic goals. Just like going to the gym, you're not going to sign up for an hour-long powerlifting class your first time at the gym. You also can't expect your body to handle 5 workouts a week if you're just getting started. It's not realistic, and you're not going to see good results that way. The courses are not intended to be completed in the first month, and most members are not going to get through all of that content in the first year. It's not just about taking the courses, it's about the follow through when you're done, taking what you've learned and really putting it into practice. So when I speak to a member on the phone or through email, when they sign up and it's where do I start, give yourself a goal for how many courses you want to do that month. For a lot of members, if they can accomplish 1 course, actually take what they've learned and make that change in their business, 1 course a month is huge. That can really make a big difference in your business. If that first course that you do is logging your hours, you take 2 hours to take that course, and suddenly the 40 hours that you work each week, you're actually billing for so much more of that time. Maybe only 20 hours before was billable time, but because of that 1 course you took that month, you're now realizing that actually 30 hours of that was billable time, and your whole month has changed. Your bottom line has changed, and it's not about quantity. You really need to put these into practice after. So whether it's 1 course a week or one course a month, those are very realistic goals, and that's what most of our members are doing. So when you get onto the site and you look at what's available, it's really easy to continue browsing and to watch intro after intro on the site to figure out what you want to take next. But just commit to one, whether it's weekly or monthly. Set real expectations for the time you're going to take to work on your business in a month. The next one, schedule it. I am far more likely to go to the gym if I get up, get dressed, and get it done than if I pack a gym bag and throw it in my car for later. But I know I'm going to make it to that doctor's appointment or that client meeting because it's in my calendar. It's been staring me in the face for the last week. The number one comment I get from designers who want to be members and just are struggling to take that next step is that they don't have time. Kimberly quoted Michael Gerber, the author of The E-Myth, in her first book, who contributed one factor to the failure of small businesses, and that's owners who are too busy working in their businesses to work on their businesses. You can't wait to find time to improve your business. You need to make time for it. So go back to that realistic goal you just set of one course a week or one course a month and put it into your calendar. Find a time to schedule 2 hours to focus on your business. And make sure it's at a time that works really well for you. For me, it's first thing in the morning. I make my coffee, I sit down, and I can watch videos. I'm constantly taking online courses to further my skills and my experience for what I do. And Monday morning, not a good time. You're catching up on emails after the weekend. The Business of Design podcast usually comes out first thing Monday morning. But Wednesday, Thursday mornings, that's usually a good time for me. I'm caught up on work. I can settle in 2 hours to take a course, to read articles, whatever it is that you want to learn. So make sure you're really putting it in your calendar and have it be an ongoing. Don't just schedule for this week. It'll come and go, and then next week you're back out of the loop. So make sure it's a recurring meeting, whether it's once a week, once a month, but get it in your calendar. Treat it like any other part of your business, a client meeting. This is equally as important as that. So make sure you get it in there. Before I move on to my next tips, I want to throw it back to some of our members. These next 4 women joined us recently at High Point, and it was so nice for Kimberly and I, these members that we've spoken with and emailed with for months, years even, to finally meet in person was amazing. And we got to know so much more about where they're at, how they found Business of Design, what they've done with their membership and what they've implemented into the business, and the change and growth that they've all experienced was really great. So I did reach out to them and ask them to share those stories with you.
Hey Cheryl, it's Rebecca Hay here. I just wanted to call in and send a great, humongous thank you to Kimberly and the Business of Design crew because you guys have totally transformed my business. Honestly, I always knew I needed systems and processes, and I'd heard the name all the time. Use systems, use processes. That's how you have a successful business. But I didn't have any business training, only design training and an undergraduate arts degree, so I didn't get it. And it wasn't until I honestly saw the 15 steps and how it was laid out for designers, I thought, oh my God, now I get it. And it has been transformational in my business. It's crazy. I feel like the biggest aha moment has happened to me, and I'm really excited to see where this year takes me. It has been such a, I don't even know how to describe it. It sounds like cheesy saying it, but it's actually really how I feel. My husband, who has his own business in a different industry altogether, has been watching me over this past 6 months as I implement the systems into my business, and has even said, oh, wow, maybe I should get some systems for my business. So you can just see right there that it's just been an incredible learning experience for me. And thank you, Kimberly, because you're also an incredible person. I really enjoyed getting to know you at High Point. You're genuine. You truly care. And I'm really excited to share with you as my business grows and to see where it takes me. So thank you, and I hope you're enjoying your holiday.
Hi, my name is Cristina Villalon from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I had the opportunity to listen to Kimberly Selden at High Point once. I went in by coincidence, really. I wasn't in my plans. I just saw the lecture and I said, I'll come in. And honestly, it was the best decision of my life, I think. It's funny because I constantly describe my practice as before that talk and after that talk. It was just an hour listening to Kimberly, but it completely shifted my entire mindset. And I came back home completely empowered and completely just ready to take on the world. Since then, I have been listening to Kimberly's podcast and participating in Business of Design. I also went recently on her High Point trip, which was awesome. And basically, everything that comes out of Kimberly's mouth is just completely valuable and completely amazing. So I highly recommend that if you haven't listened to her or you haven't bought her books, which I refer to as the Bible, that you go out and do that right away because you won't regret it. You will be a new person. I guarantee it. So that's my experience with Kimberly and BOD.
Hi, my name is Gail Davis. I am an interior designer based in South Orange, New Jersey, in the tri-state area. Just want to say I am a member of the Business of Design. I have to tell you, if you want your business to change, you have to read Kimberly's books, not just one, not just two, but all three. They are life-changing, and it will alter the way you do business. And if you do exactly what she says in her books, you will see such a difference in your business. You'll see a difference in the way you approach doing business with individuals. You will find out exactly who your ideal client is. And I have to tell you, I went from charging for consultations, just bare minimum at $300. I went up to $600. And after coming back from High Point with the Business of Design team and the ladies that joined us on this trip, I have moved up my consultation at $750 because now I realize the value that I bring to people or to clients when I am meeting with them for those 2 hours, something that they would not get from a free consultation or from someone that just is, in it because they can pick colors, pillow colors. You have to read her books. I cannot stress that enough. You have to become a member. It is golden. It is imperative to change your business.
Hi, this is Enza Rico calling from Fig Interiors. Kimberly, I want to reach out to you and say thank you so much for all that you've done to help me establish a wonderful design business. Your authenticity, your warmth, your humor, and genuine care for our success is a constant source of inspiration every day, for which I'm truly grateful. I know hand on heart, being part of Business of Design, that I am fully supported and set up for success to catapult my business to the next level and to achieve all of my goals. So I'm reaching out to give you a big hug, big love, and big thank you for all that you've done and the instrumental role that you have played in helping me establish a successful design business. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Thank you, Rebecca, Christina, Gail, and Enza for sharing those with us. On to my next point. You have to start at the beginning. If you want to run a marathon, you have to get through that first mile. And at Business of Design, that foundation, that first mile is the 15-step project management strategy. When I talk to members, whether you've been in business for years, for a lot of our members, this is a second career for them. So they're just getting started, whether it's just out of school or, again, starting that second career. The 15 steps is always where I'm going to direct you first. And we do have on the site an overview of the 15 steps. So it will walk you, it's a free course, and it'll walk you through what those 15 steps are and just give you a little preview so that you understand what it is that the 15-step project management is And just from that first course, you can already see how it's going to change your business. But one of the things that I love about that being such a across the board starting point is that the very first course you're going to take is step 1. And step 1 is about your consultation. So if you're new to Business of Design, so many designers are not charging for the consultation, or they are charging a very small fee. So when I assign that first homework, I always get a call or an email because they've just charged for their first consultation, or they just up their fee for that consultation. So by taking that as your very first course, you really are seeing results that first week, that first month, and it's a really great motivator. So it's a great place to start to really see how making these changes to your business are gonna work. So your first assignment if you're new to Business of Design is to take those 15-step project management courses, take them in order, whether it's 1 a week, 1 a month, that is your starting point. Number 4, check your form. We want to take the guesswork, the trial and error out of these systems for you. Every single course focuses on a very specific topic. If there is anything that you find unclear, you're unsure about, you want to know how to apply that to a specific project, ask. The forum is there. It's a Q&A panel located below of each and every course video where you can ask Kimberly questions directly. Within 48 hours, she will respond to those questions. So whether it's a simple matter of needing something from the course clarified for you, or you have questions about applying that to a specific project, that is your opportunity to do it. We want to make sure that you have the right form to really take these and use these procedures and systems within your business. We don't want you to have to guess to use them. We're there for support. So whether it's through the forum, come onto a webinar to ask your questions, feel free to email me anytime. I'm there for member support as well. This is such a large part of my job. If there's a specific issue that you're having in your business, ask. You don't have to go through 30 courses to find the answer. Email me, ask, reach out to us on Facebook, in the Facebook group. We are here to help you make the most of your membership. So if there is a weak point in your business, if there is a specific issue that you are struggling with and just fixing that one issue would make your week, your day, your month so much easier, let us know. We will direct you to the right course. We will get your question answered on the webinar, and we will help you. So make sure you're taking advantage of those resources that you have available to you as a member. So make sure you're clear on what you're listening to in the courses and reach out to us for support whenever you need it. Before I get to my last point, I also wanted to reach out to one of our long-time members. Nikki, I believe, has been a member since early 2015. So I reached out to her to ask her to share her story as well.
My name is Nikki, and I have been with Business of Design since April 2015, which is back when Asun was looking after members. She had actually emailed me a few weeks after I signed up to let me know that I had set a record for the most Business of Design classes watched in a short period of time. I didn't know whether to be embarrassed or proud of that. I was first introduced to Business of Design at a local trade seminar where Kimberly Selden was speaking about the business of we. This was at a point in my business as a solopreneur where I had desperately tried finding information on how to run a design business and handle clients because nothing about how I was currently operating was working, and I was ready to call it quits after only a few months of starting. I decided I needed to stop feeling sorry for myself and just put myself out there to learn as much as I could and meet other designers. Part of the kick in the pants to myself was that I wasn't going to miss a single seminar or chance to learn. I bought Kimberly's books after meeting her, where she told me I looked like I could charge $250 an hour. I sat in my car post-seminar and bawled my eyes out while telling my husband on the phone that everything I had been looking for was finally answered. And then I read the books in 2 days and completely restructured my contract, how I handle clients, and how I run my business. What I learned from the books was completely invaluable, and so I decided to become an annual Business of Design member. I haven't looked back since. 3 years later, and I'm in complete control over every aspect of my business. I have the clients I want, and when faced with client or business issues, I can handle them with confidence. I always have Kimberly's wisdom and knowledge to lean on when I'm faced with uncertainty, and it's such a great support to have. I don't know where I would be with my business right now if I hadn't found Business of Design. I'm so grateful for Kimberly and the Business of Design community.
I promise you, wherever it is that Kimberly is listening to this podcast right now, she is tearing up over that one. So thank you so much to Nikki for sharing that. So the last point I want to talk about is accountability. It's always more fun to work out or go for a run with a friend, someone to keep you on track and hold you accountable for your goals. And it's a great motivator to do it with somebody else, that buddy system. So if you have a friend in the industry, set the same schedule for taking courses and plan out together the order you're going to take them. Even do a phone call at the end of the week to see what steps you've taken after completing that course. Email me your goals and let me know the next course on your list and the by-when date that you'll have it completed. I'll follow up with you and find out what it is you're going to take next. Join our Business of Design Facebook community. This is a group of your design peers, all working towards the same goals, using the same systems and procedures to get there. Share your progress, share your goals, share your successes with one another, ask questions, communicate. Put it out there, put it in writing, what it is that you're taking. And I promise you, if not me, one of our members will follow up to see how you did with that one. So I want to leave you with a couple more messages from two of our members. It's been a long time goal of Kimberly's to take Business of Design to Australia. Our membership and following there has been growing like crazy over the last couple of years, which is really exciting for us. So I reached out to Cindy and Adam in Australia to share their Business of Design experiences too.
Hi, Kimberly. This is Cindy Pellegrino from RA Interiors in Sydney, Australia. I would like to say thank you for all the hard work you put in to build Business of Design. Since I graduated from design school in 2016, I really have been postponing my business. And, since I started listening to your courses and to your podcasts, I started to feel part of a community. Honestly, I also feel grateful for the shortcuts that you're giving me. I really feel grateful for, being part of this community, and it's a great feeling to know that I'm not alone. Thank you so much for not holding back any information and for pushing new business like mine to grow stronger. I do hope we meet in person one day. Thanks, Kim. I'm a big fan.
Hi, Cheryl, Kimberly, and everybody at Business of Design. This is Adam Skugel from Australia. Just wanted to leave a testimonial today to really talk about how much I've really appreciated the program since I joined back in, I think it was December 2016. The biggest successes for me was to really understand processes, have access to a contract that really has changed my business and something that I've used with great success in the last 12 months. Retraining my money beliefs was a big thing. Having the courage to charge a good hourly rate has been absolutely, again, another amazing change to the way I used to charge. Just some specific feedback, and I'll end off here, is that I now have what I consider to be my ideal client, ideal budget, and just some feedback for you guys and Kimberly specifically. My client said to me, you know what, Adam, your work is really lovely, but then so are many other designers. It's the contract that's actually given me the confidence to move forward with you. So I take that in a very positive light. But yeah, so to really say thank you very much. Obviously, all of those things that I mentioned have made a huge difference. And I look forward to meeting you, Kimberly and team, in, I think it's March 2019 in Melbourne. I'll definitely be coming to see you and say hi. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you for being part of the Business of Design community. If you love what we do, please show your support by subscribing to the podcast and rating our efforts. Remember, you can be a part of the podcast by sharing your comments, ideas, and questions via the BOD hotline at 416-780-9187, extension 107, or by sending an MP3 file to info@businessofdesign.com. And when you're ready to transform your business and your life, sign up for a monthly or annual membership. Together, we will achieve extraordinary results. Start today